So are you planning a trip to Key West? I'm Melanie Tucker, owner of Rare Finds Travel, and I have an idea for you. Instead of buying an expensive airplane ticket that connects to fly to Key West, why don't you rent a car in Miami and drive? It's a scenic road called the Overseas Highway, and if you go straight without stops, it only takes 4 hours. But we're gonna make stops, and the first one is at Homestead at my favorite milkshake stand. Check it out, they gave me a Camaro. So here we are at Robert is here. There's a real person named Robert. His dad was a cucumber farmer back here in the 1950s, and he found out that when little adorable 5-year-old Robert manned the stand, they sold a lot more cucumbers. So they put Robert in charge back in the 50s, and today he still owns the place, and it's awesome. The hardest part about being at Robert's is picking out which one to order. The guavana, the papaya passion, or they'll have the coconut. So just south of Homestead, you have a choice to make. Do you continue straight on Route 1 into Key Largo, or do you take the dog leg to Card Sound Road? That's a little bit longer, but it gives you a chance to see alligators and marsh birds and even stop by Alabama Jacks. You've never been to Alabama Jacks? Well, we'll go that way then. Unusual sight on the Overseas Highway is right here at mile marker 103, and it's Jules Undersea Lodge. So there's actually a room submerged in the lagoon right over there by the buoys. And you can book it to sleep for the night, or you can come and visit for the afternoon and just have pizza. And I know you're wondering, how does hot, crispy, gooey pizza make it all the way to an underwater room? By scuba dive delivery, of course. Have you seen the movie African Queen with Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn? Well, the original boat from the movie, which happens to also be called African Queen, is right here in Key Largo, and we're gonna go on it. As you're driving past mile marker 94, you might wonder, why is there a mural of a train on the side of the building? It's because the Overseas Highway didn't start off as a road, it started off as a railroad. And you can read the whole story of Flagler's Railroad in a great book called Last Train to Paradise. You can do at mile marker 85, swim with the sea lion.
All right, hello, welcome to Theater of the Sea. Today we're gonna be swimming with Bella. Bella is a 9-year-old female California sea lion. She's a rescue. She was found off Los Angeles County as a young pup. She went to a rehab facility, and there they determined she had a neurological disorder. They decided she was non-releasable, and she came here for a permanent home about 8 years ago.
permanent residence. For being here, you can see the trauma on the back where he got hit by a boat.
Oh, yeah.
And those are lead weights on the back. If we didn't have the lead weights, he would be floating the back end up. So he's one of our permanent residents, and then that gives us a donor for when we do blood transfusions on loggerheads. He's a turtle with a job, so he's actually a donor for the blood.
You get to drive over the 7 Mile Bridge. It was heralded as the 8th wonder of the world when it was completed in 1912, and it's one of the longest spans over water in the entire world, even to this day. Honda State Park here at mile marker 35 was really wiped out by Hurricane Irma, but you can still stop on your drive down and have a nice barbecue picnic here in the shadow of the beautiful old bridge. Stop here at mile marker 28 almost every year with my kids because it's probably the best snorkeling in the entire Keys. It's called Blue Key, and they have boat trips that go out from here twice a day, so it's really easy to fit into your road trip down the overseas highway. Last stop on the way to Key West is here on Stock Island at the Hurricane Home Marina, and that's where you're going to find Lazy Dog Water Sports. Here you can do paddleboard yoga, you can rent a boat to go fishing, or you can do one of our favorite things, which is bar on the sandbar. Mile marker 0, which means you've made it to Key West. So they call that also the conch republic because there's 3 types of conch here. One is the type of conch that you fry up into a fritter. The second type of conch is what the locals call themselves. And the third type of conch is a shell like this that Lloyd plays Strangers of the Night on.